I think people don't understand how much of life has art in it. Everything from like advertising and media to like the movies they watch, and like there's just everywhere you look. It's just important for people's mental health. It's just invaluable. We can't put a price on that.
Hello, my name's Tracy. I set up and have been managing and running Document Studios since December 2018. Document Studios is a collection of spaces where creatives and small businesses and charities, artists and so on can set up their own workspaces. Document plays quite an important role within the community, providing affordable workspace for people who might not otherwise be able to access it. I guess the overall vibe here is very collaborative, very sociable, people helping each other, people sharing ideas and opportunities. It's a really lovely, close community of people who are happy to help each other.
This little jacket, it's a little vintage jacket with really nice applique work. And this is hem. Tame Me is a sustainable fashion label that works with artisans in the north of Vietnam. We make traditional garments as they used to be made in the past. Originally, I met Tame in the market when I was traveling when I was 22. She said to me, did I want to learn how to make her tiny embroidery?
I do a combination of body art, hair and makeup, prosthetics, special effects. I've been working in TV and film this year, but previous to that, I've been working in events and theatre, and yeah, just it varies so much.
So this is similar to the piece of embroidery that I made. I made a section like this, and that took me a whole year. The lines that go horizontally, they represent the rice paddy fields. And this big part in the middle represents the family order. It was steady, and it was about the process, and it was going step by step. And it was, if you make a mistake, you go back and fix it, and you keep going, because there will be beauty at the end. And then I get emotional, always. So I went back to Tame and said, Tame, what do you think? Could we make new jackets like old ones? So suddenly it was like opening a can of worms of things that felt like they had meaning. We were going on the physical journey of trying to understand what went into a piece of clothing.
And the thing that's also so important is that these minority groups are championed for their amazing traditional skills. The big dream is that Tame saves the world.
The thing that got me interested in prosthetics and makeup was actually after my dad passed away. He was in a hospice, and I was wanting to contribute because they'd helped us out so much through the time that we were losing him. I ended up being the face painter for their charity fundraisers. So I went to New Zealand in 2014. I was face painting for a nursery, just like painting the kids. I think I charged like $1 a face or something. And then just one of the children that I was painting, his mum, she ended up offering me a job with her. So I ended up working in wigs, hair and makeup for the New Zealand Opera, which was wild. I was very honest about the fact that I had no skills in that area per se. And then there was this one as well that was not enough cap plastic around the edge, so the flashing has come off from the side. I just discovered that there's like this endless world of like inspiration, and just found like that kind of escapism was like a real pull for me as I was like dealing with my grief and things like that. I moved back to the UK in 2016, and that's when I started Painted Peach and became a freelance artist doing makeup and body art and prosthetics.
Document Studios is a great place to run a small business out of. It's really fun because there's a lot of different people doing different projects in here. I love being able to have lunch with people or meet people in the kitchen when you're making a cup of tea, because it can be quite a lonely journey running a small business.
Document Studios has been incredibly beneficial for me personally. Even though I've been here only 4 months, I've been able to create so much more in this time than I have in the last 2-3 years when I was in a different space.
I think it's really important for places like this to stay open and to be able to continue operating, because there's just very limited scope for creatives to have a place that they can go to become part of a community.
Hello, Klaus.
Hello. This is nice.
Left a bit, left a bit.
Keeping spaces like Document safe is so crucial.
There aren't very many spaces that are affordable that you can work out of, that really make working possible.
It's just such an important part of culture, and especially in Bristol, like it's such a creative city. And like, I think that really reads when people come and visit here, that people, they come here and they're like, wow, there's so much like creativity. Like you can feel that there's like music's involved in that, and like there's like murals everywhere.
The whole area that this building is in is part of something called the Frome Gateway redevelopment project. Document Studio will be closing at some point in the not so distant future. At the minute, our contract ends at the end of next summer, at which point, depending on where the owner of this building is in the planning process, we might have to let go of the building and fold Document, the nightclub and the studio.
My thoughts on Document closing.
I guess more feelings than thoughts, to be honest. It's just really sad.
Some of us have known each other for years now. I've been in here for 6 years. Some people were here before I arrived.
I've seen the destruction it causes amongst people already.
There aren't so many affordable spaces of a similar feeling, similar kind of thing.
There's so much more that goes into it than just people just moving their stuff, you know, like people feel comfortable here, and it's kind of like a home away from home when we're not at home.
It's a big community space, this.
It would be a huge shame to lose spaces like this, and it's happened so much in Bristol, like the gentrification, just knocking down studio spaces to make more flats, and it's just, you can't just have houses.
So it's really sad, yeah.
Bristol is about music and creativity. That's why people come here. That's why people come here to study. That's why people move here to become part of a creative industry. There are many places like that in the UK, but Bristol in particular has a really thriving community. And without having the spaces like this for people to be able to come and set up and work every day, the community aspect isn't there. I've absolutely loved managing this space. It's become my most proud achievement, besides my own children, I guess. I really love it here. It makes me happy. I come in every morning and I have a little look and see what people have created over the days when I'm not in. Trying to keep the price low means that I then have to do some supply teaching alongside it to earn the bucks. But I love it, so it's okay.